Hello, this is Gio. Hey, look what I have here. I have this 3-basin utility sink, and as you can see, I have a little bit of an issue. The water will not stop kind of trickling out like that. Now you have the cold water side here, the hot water side here, and as best I can tell, it's the hot water side which is causing the leak, and it will not shut all the way even if I really try to tighten it really tight, and it just won't do it. So we're gonna fix this today and I'll show you how. Okay, the first thing you want to do is to shut off the water. Now in this case, because it is the hot water spigot that I'm worried about, I'll first turn off that, but you also want to turn off the cold water spigot because you could get some leakage through the faucet, it's best just to turn off both spigots. Now if you don't have a dedicated hot and cold water valve behind your sink, you'll need to turn off the water from its main source into the building. So next I'm going to take off the handle screw, which is right here on top. And then take off the handle. It might get a little stuck there. And that will expose the valve stem or cylinder, which is right here. And you could just take a crescent wrench to loosen and remove that. And there you have it. This is what it looks like. Now, depending on which sink you have, this valve or cartridge could look many different ways. Now, if it's more of a traditional cartridge, you may actually not be able to fix this directly. You may need to replace this entire thing, especially if you pull it and it's like plastic and alike. You may have to take this to your hardware store and replace it in kind. It's not really a good way you could replace the seals. In this case, we can replace the seals. There's a couple seals here. Here's a little O-ring. But the issue which we're having is the stem seal, which is right here, or stem washer. So this little seal or washer is held in place by a little screw that's right here, and we'll just take that off. Now, depending on your sink, this little seal may not actually be held together with a screw. In some cases, it's actually kind of held in place and is seated to the faucet by a little spring. And so this would be the seal here. The spring would go like here, and so it would fit in like this, and the spring would actually create a lot of the force down to the faucet stem. But in this case, all we have to do is remove this screw and replace the washer. Now, if you do open up your faucet and you see this, try not to lose the spring. You can replace these, but you may only need to replace this seal right here. And so just be aware that you might either have a spring or a screw. So to remove this little washer, we just need a screwdriver and kind of loosen it up just like this. Try not to lose it in the sink. Let me plug the sink just in case. And then it'll just kind of pop off like that. Keep the screw. And you can see perhaps the issue here. It has a little bit of a cut section that's removed there that's leaking, and it's not that flexible, so it really does need replacement. Now, I did purchase these 1/2 inch flat washers. There are different sizes. I also have these like 9/16 as well. I got these just in case, but you do want to purchase the one that will seat well into your valve. And in this case, we just want to make sure it fits snugly in here. If it doesn't fit into this little slot here, or if it's too big or there's a lot of room, you want to make sure you get the washer that fits appropriately into your valve. Then all you have to do is replace your screw, tighten it up just so it's snug. You don't want to over tighten it. You just want to hold in the washer. And this is a compression faucet, so when you tighten up or turn off your handle, this will compress down and seat down and seal the water from flowing. So with our washer installed, we just want to go ahead and screw back our valve or cartridge. And then with our crescent wrench, tighten it up. Now when replacing your handle, you want to think about where you want your handles to stop. Now if it's just kind of if it doesn't have a little handle portion, it might not matter, but in this case it kind of matters. So what we're going to do is just kind of stick this in place. Let's see, this is on, so we're going to turn it all the way off. And that's kind of where I want it, maybe a little bit this way. I want it, see, if it ends like this and that's not where you want it, you can always move it into the position you want it. That's kind of where I want the off position. So we'll go ahead and leave it there and replace the screw. And with everything back in place, just go ahead and turn back on your water. And then with everything hooked up again, you just turn it up on to test it. And there you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button at the bottom of the screen, and even consider subscribing to my channel. I have many more videos to come. Bye-bye.